Residents can come to the dining room anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a home-cooked meal of their choice. 3 specials are available throughout the day, along with a full menu, including all-day breakfast. If residents need a treat between meals, they can visit our self-service snack pantries. Come see what makes Windsor Place different at mealtime. Call 620-252-4929.
Hey, good evening. Welcome in for game number 2 of the Montgomery County Showdown on the hardwood. It is Independence Community College traveling, just about a handful of miles, about 10, 11 miles in between these two schools as ICC travels down here to Nellis Hall on J. Herkelman Court between the Red Ravens, the number 3 team in the national rankings all through the NJCAA, as our Red Ravens coming into this one on quite the win streak as well. They are winners of their last 13 games, and they are unbeaten here on J. Herkelman Court as this is the final home game of the year. So with a win here tonight, they would be undefeated through the 2018-2019 on their home court. They come into this one along with Independence in the top-tier portions of the KJCCC eastern side of the division, though quite the difference as Coffeyville has already clinched this division, and they clinched it about 3 or 4 games ago as they have a strong lead on the division right now. They're 16-1 in conference play compared to Independence's 9-7, though Independence does sit at second within the eastern side divisional standings. Coffeyville on the year, again, a big difference in terms of overall record. They are at 25-2 compared to Independence's 14-11 on the year. And these two teams played each other no more than a month ago on January 23rd. That one was up the road in Independence. Coffeyville shot prolific, a 41% from the floor, 35% from 3, and impressive, which is above their team average, 75% from the free throw line. And they also stopped Independence from really generating any points. 83-57 was the first matchup between these two teams as Coffeyville got the win on the road against Independence Community College. Again, we're at the home court tonight for CCC. As the Pirates coming in, again, they are right now on the year second within the KJCCC Eastern standings, I should say. They've won 1 game. It was against a tough Butler County Community College, but they were losers before that against Neosho, Cali, and then Cloud and Coffeyville as well. So they have only gone 2-4 in their last 6 games. But again, coming off of the last win, and they are better on the road this year than they have been at home. Nonetheless, 6-4 on the road. They average about 73 points per game in comparison to Coffeyville's 90 points per game. So certainly quite the discrepancy there in terms of that, and as well as in points allowed per game. Independence on the year in conference play, averaging giving up about 73 points per game. Coffeyville is about 67 points per game. So not only is Coffeyville's defense doing a better job keeping teams off the scoreboard, but they're also going out, as we know, if you've been following the Red Ravens, prolific scoring abilities as they can go out there and just silence teams within a first few moments. Though within the last couple of weeks, the first 10, 20 minutes of the game really has kind of been of a struggle moment. It will date it all the way back to start the month of February against Butler County. They struggled in the first 10 minutes of that game, and they snubbed a win out of the Grizzlies there, 72-63. Against Cali County, again, for the first 18 minutes of that game, they did not have control of it, really. Did they have the lead? Yes, but the momentum was with them, and they finally edged in the second half, 79-62. Same thing against Cloud, but instead they did stretch out 81-68. Then it was a bit different last time out against Allen County. They had Keon Queen back in the starting 5. They looked great in the first 5 minutes, and in fact, they had a 30-point lead at some point in the second half. But, man, the final 12 minutes of the game, Allen County went hot from the three-point land and cut the lead down to what was at 1.7. But then Coffeyville did stretch out and win 93-77 in their final game out. So Coffeyville has kind of had a topsy-turvy month of February. If there was ever a time to get those jitters out of your bones, it is now, because that's right. 2 games left after this one, as this is the final home game. And then we head to regionals, and then we head up to Park City for the conference tournament. As they won it last year, but certainly rankings don't mean anything in this conference. They've got Seward County, they've got Hutchinson, they've got a lot of tough matchups up on the road in conference play. So you got to win these regular season games. We'll have more on that and the pregame show, as well as starting 5 in basketball after this.
Move forward. You can by becoming a part of the Acme Foundry team in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry has current openings for CNC machinists and entry-level foundry positions. Acme offers competitive wages, benefits including medical and dental, and a retirement plan through employee ownership. Acme moves careers forward by promoting from within. Find out more. Apply in person at Acme Foundry, 1502 South Spruce Street in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry, an equal opportunity employer.
Industrial strength for your home? You can get it at First State Maintenance Supply in Coffeyville. The same quality products that big companies use are available for retail sale at First State Maintenance Supply. From cleaning chemicals to paper products, even upright vacuums. A lot better than you find at the big box stores. They can last up to 10 years or longer, and they cost a lot less than you'd think. Run your house like a business, getting more value for your money. Shop First State Maintenance Supply at North County in Coffeyville.
Hey, Raven fans! Coming into town for a game? Make it a great weekend. Reserve your room at Coffeyville Sleep-In Suites. Coffeyville's premier home away from home. Enjoy plush, clean accommodations, a free continental breakfast, indoor pool, Wi-Fi, and superior staff and services. Ask about special AARP and military discounts. Coffeyville Sleep-In Suites, a proud supporter of the Red Ravens. Helping you move forward. That's what Coffeyville Community College does. Whether you want to increase your ability to advance at work, learning to earn a 2-year, or just want to expand your horizons, Coffeyville Community College can help. And CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting. Fast 8-week classes or even online classes. CCC can meet your needs your way. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
A celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play, and you can trust Gillum Liquor to back it up with an endless cooler filled with your favorite pick of ice-cold beer, or choose something from the vast wine selection to help you relax and wind down after an exhilarating CCC game. Whatever your pleasure, Gillum Liquor is always in for the win. Gillum Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
As we wrap up the pregame show, let's get ready for basketball. Red Raven Athletics here on 98.1 KUSN. It's sophomore night here from Nellis Hall on J. Herkelman Court. You got nothing to do tonight? Come on by and give your support to some Red Raven basketball. They are undefeated on this court. They have played well here on the home court, and tonight they're going to need it one more time as they've got their rival Independence Pirates here on the road to try and take down Coffeyville Community College, who have, by the way, has won 13 straight games, looking to continue on with that winning streak here tonight. As Independence, again, it's hard to beat a team twice, so you can't count out any team, especially when it's their second chance this season at this point. As, again, it is sophomore night, as we'll go ahead and actually keep this broadcast here, as we've got a big shout-out here for quite a bit of seniors and presence making this a possibility. Obviously, the manager's part of that sophomore group as well. I say seniors, but sophomore here in the community college level as a couple of managers and a huge, big inputs part of being honored this evening, as well as a handful of seniors. And from last year, Zedrick Lee, the 5'7" sophomore, as I'll tell you what, he was just such a player last year. And he's being honored here this evening. He doesn't get a whole lot of starting time, but, man, when they are up by 15, 20 points late in the game, they love to bring him in. They love to get him involved and get him on the scoreboard. So he is honored with a nice picture frame, as will the rest of these teams. Here are the rest of the sophomores on this team before we head to break, and then we'll get right back here in just a moment. Number 33, Jackson Miller, who's up next on that board. And then, of course, we've got number 5, Quan Marshall, Anthony Jones, A.J. Webster, Kevin Brewer, Casey Benton, and Marvin Johnson. So a handful of individuals being recognized this evening for their work and their hard dedication for CCC athletics these last couple of years, as well as, hey, they are students. They have to make it happen in the classroom as well, as that's, I'm sure, a requirement. I talked with Coach Herkelman against their game against Northwest Technical College, which, by the way, is about a 6.5-hour drive. His kids got to class the next day and were on time as well. As I'll tell you what, even driving 7 hours across the state, you know that they were going to end up in class, and it's a double battle. They've got to perform in the classroom and perform on the floor, and they've got some of the best of them. So again, here are your sophomores: Tevin Brewer, Casey Benton, Marvin Johnson, Juan Marshall, Anthony Jones, Keon Queen, A.J. Webster, Jackson Miller, and Zedric Lee. Big shout out to all the sophomores. We'll take a step aside while the crowd gives a big ovation for these sophomores out there on the floor being recognized. When we come back, we got starting 5, and we'll get ready for basketball here on your home for Red Raven basketball. It is 98.1 KUSN.
Hey, y'all, folks, this is Bull-Ass Montana here with Lay's Archery Guns. I'm here with the gang, Derringer, Denise, and Alamosa Amy. Tell them, girls, what we got.
We've got guns, we've got bows, and we've got knives.
Don't forget accessories and camo clothing so the animals don't see you.
That's right, ladies. Don't forget we're located at 3940 County Road 1250. We're just 2.25 miles south of Deering Y on 3900, and take a left on 1250 Road, a half mile, and we're just east on the right. Lay's Archery Guns at 620-251-0040. Tell them Bull sent you.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to take care of my banking and the internet's down.
So what's the problem? Just give Dana a call at Community State Bank and she'll take care of it in person.
I don't bank at Community State Bank. It's an online bank. My bank's not just down the street. It's in, well, I'm not really sure where it's at.
Wow, I wouldn't bank anywhere but Community State Bank. They have great online and mobile banking services, so I still do most of my banking online. But when I need it, it's sure great to talk to somebody I know face to face.
Hi, this is Dana from Community State Bank. We offer all the convenience along with the services you want and need, and even throw in a friendly face to help you personally when you need it. Community State Bank, Coffeyville's only locally owned and operated bank.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Simple Simon's Pizza in Coffeyville. Oh, yes, you'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzones, wings, breadsticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeyville favorite, the Simple Simon's Lunch Buffet. Simple Simon's makes it easy for you to dine in, carry out, or delivery. Simple Simon's Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeyville. Simple Simon's, simply delicious.
When it comes to a time of loss, more folks around here trust and rely on the David W. Barnes Funeral Home. It could be because of their compassionate care. It could be because of their guaranteed superior service, or maybe because of their fair and honest prices, or just maybe for all of these reasons, more folks trust the David W. Barnes Funeral Home during a time of loss. The David W. Barnes Funeral Home at 306 North Klein in Coffeyville, an independent, family-owned business.
Everyone looks forward to a good meal. That's why we do dining differently at Windsor Place. We call it 7 to 7 dining. Residents can come to the dining room anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a home-cooked meal of their choice. 3 specials are available throughout the day, along with a full menu, including all-day breakfast. If residents need a treat between meals, they can visit our self-service snack pantries. Come see what makes Windsor Place different at mealtime. Call 620-252-4929.
And we welcome you back in. Here it is sophomore nights at Nellis Hall on Jay Herkelman Court, as a big handful of what perfect, as the PA announcer did make this just a moment ago, is what could be one of the most storied sophomore classes in Coffeyville history, as they've got the potential to make some way within the conference, as well as they've already clinched the eastern side of the Jayhawk Conference. They've got a potential to go back-to-back within the conference entirely. They're going to have to win those games up in Park City, come up in March, and then they can head to the national stage, where Coffeyville has not won a basketball championship since back in 1962, and they haven't done it in the 24-year historic run by Coach Jay Herkelman, a coach that is just biting at the bit right now, trying to get that national championship, and this might be the team to do it. So a handful of individuals recognized tonight. Again, if you've got nothing to do, come on down and cheer on your Red Ravens for one more home game victory. So here's the starting 5 for the opponents. Independence Community College Pirates coming to this one looking like this. Sophomore Ricky Edwards out on the floor. He's from Dallas, Texas, a 6'2" at 185 pounds. He's one of their leading scorers as well. Ricky Edwards back in the starting 5. Tony Durham, who had a big game last time out against Butler in the win for ICC. He's back in the starting 5 tonight, the freshman out of Richmond, Virginia. And in fact, they've got a handful of individuals out of Richmond, Virginia area. But Tony Durham, part of that starting 5. Mamadi Dekeen is out of Paris, France, 6'7" freshman. He brings some size down low for Independence. Number 23, Tyrese Berry at 5'10". He's a pretty good shot as well. Sophomore out of Muskogee, Oklahoma. And then Jabril Harris, another individual that brings some good size. Number 33 at 6'8", the sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois. That's the starting five. Edwards, Durham, Jakeen, Berry, and Harris for the ICC Pirates. Well, we could have guessed it here, and they almost have an entire sophomore lineup here for the starting five, but they did want to get some extra size out there, so they won't put some Mikkel Murray. But here is your starting five for the Coffeyville Community College Red Ravens. Casey Benton back into the starting five. Marvin Johnson, of course. They go with Keon Queen. And down low, Mikkel Murray as well. Keon Queen, Mikkel Murray work very well together, and they have proven to be effective. Key and Queen, no doubt about. We missed him. He had a double technical against Butler County. He had to sit out against Cowley, and it was a slow start as he didn't make his way to the starting five and against Cloud. But, man, he made a difference against Allen. Let's see what he does this evening as he's back out there in the starting five tonight. So, again, here it is for you as Tevin Brewer not in the five. He was not here a player last year. I don't know if that affects it, but, again, it looks like they're trying to get some size down low. But it goes Quan Marshall, Casey Benton, Marvin Johnson, Keon Queen, and Mikkel Murray. Let's get ready for Ravens basketball on 98.1 KUSN. That's Matt Dick. I'm Sam Speck. There it is. Tip-off goes to Coffeyville. Keon Queen comes away with it, gets it off to Marshall. They're in their all-white home uniforms with the bold red Ravens across the front in red, and the red numbers as well. Hands it off to Murray. Murray can't hang on to it and loses it on a bad dribbling play there in ICC very quickly after CCC gets the tip. Pirates in possession. Over on that far side is Edwards. Finds Harris. Back to Edwards. And turn the crowd into it tonight. Edwards down low and a reverse layup. That's no good, but he gets the rebound. And they're going to say Edwards actually stepped on the baseline right there. Out of bounds it goes. CCC gets it right back.
And two careless turnovers to start this game. Hopefully that's not a trend. We'd like fast-paced basketball here in Red Raven country.
As the inbounds now, we'll see Quan Marshall to bring the basketball up. We'll dump it off to Murray, now to Benton. They go from point to point. Benton gets a little screen play, now drives, kicks. Marshall for three. Yes! Quan Marshall. First player on the board, first team on the board tonight. 3-0, and within 50 seconds, ICC would like a moment to talk with their team. We'll take with ourselves 30 seconds aside. Coffeyville up by 3 in the first minute of play. Back in a moment on 98.1.
Move forward. You can by becoming a part of the Acme Foundry team in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry has current openings for CNC machinists and entry-level foundry positions. Acme offers competitive wages, benefits including medical and dental, and a retirement plan through employee ownership. Acme moves careers forward by promoting from within. Find out more. Apply in person at Acme Foundry, 1502 South Spruce Street in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry, an equal opportunity employer.
30-second timeout, and it came after the first basket of the game. Doesn't normally happen, but in the last meeting between these two, Coffeyville got red hot, and it was thanks to that three ball, so maybe a good call there from Coach Turner on the opposing side as he stops maybe potentially some good momentum. ICC now draws up a play. They get it down low to Harris, up and in, and that was a well-drawn-up play right there, and it resulted in easy points, 3-2. As Coffeyville hangs on to it inbounds. We'll get it to Casey Benton, right back to Marshall. Looks like Marshall and Benton will be sharing the point guard responsibilities this evening. Benton back with it over on that left side. They go down low to Queen. Queen about 15 feet out. He drives, kicks it to Murray, up and in, and what a dump-off pass, and an easy 2 points.
And they've seen Queen expand his game this year, doing a great job getting an assist and easy 2 for Mikkel Murray.
Yeah, distributing the basketball. Edwards now, step back, 3, Independence. How about that? Ties the game at 5 with a little step back. That was some dirty dribbling right there, and it turned into an open shot and ties the ball game up at 5. 18 minutes to go here in this first half. Here's Benton now after the pass. Benton back to Johnson. Johnson has it stolen away, and the basketball around. Now Independence will hop on it. Durham will bring it up. Durham drives, right side baseline. Kicks to the big man, Harris, from 3. And the big man, Jabril Harris. 6'8". You don't normally see that size taking a shot from there, and he made it look easy. 8-5. Independence takes the lead, and Benton now will restart. Benton for Red Ravens will bring it up. Looking for a screen, doesn't have one. Stuck into a double team now. Kicks it left to Johnson. Johnson fires it to Marshall. Marshall drives right side. He's got nowhere to go, so he goes back up on top to Benton to reset. Near center circle, they got 10 seconds to shoot. Marshall looks down low to Queen. Queen pull-up jumper from 10 feet. Maybe 15, and Keon Queen showing off the jump shot.
And I like how he's getting going early. Great assist and a great basket for him. Let's see if he can get going early in this game. He had a great game last year.
That's Edwards for three. Pull out so good off of the full court pass, and Green come away with a rebound, but he was basically barrel from behind right there. That's a foul on Independence. Mamadou Jaquin, the 6'7" freshman out of Paris, will be called with his first personal foul tonight. Queen did a good job there, just keeping his hands set, hanging onto the basketball and drawing the foul. That's the first against Independence. The CCC now still down by 1, 3 minutes in. Here's Marshall now, far side. Marshall back to Benton, top of the key. Now he looks right to Johnson. Johnson will go back towards the top. He's forced into a double team. He takes it to Queen. 15 feet. Jumper knocks it down. Keon Queen knocks down the jump shot. And it looks like they're going to put a technical on Keon Queen. Keon Queen, after he made a jump shot, turned around and sent some words to the Independence bench.
And you saw him say that when he hit the first jumper. You got to be more mature. He already had a double technical against Butler, like you mentioned. Let's not get him out of this game. He's a very key, important person on this Red Raven offense.
You got to love the energy and how he's come out to play here on sophomore night. And, especially in a rivalry game, there's things that are going to be said. But this early in the game, with it being this tightly contested, you've got to manage that. You certainly have to manage that at this point. Ties it up now at 9 apiece as Independence shooting 2 from the free throw line on a technical, and they will also regain the possession. So Barry ties the game up at 10 points apiece, and Independence will come down to the other baseline to inbounds here as 16:48 it is, or rather 10-9 the score is now as Independence regains the lead. And they will inbound it. Once again, Barry will bring it up with the left-hand dribble. Barry at center circle now, shades to the right side, kicks it right. And Indy just starts first and play down to 3. Edwards back to Barry. Barry down low, he goes to Harris. Harris starting is the team, and hang on to it. He gets it to Edwards. Edwards now to Harris. Harris with a turnaround. That one's denied. McCall Murray wraps that one away. Trying to save it, but it can't. Edwards over the basketball here is CCC driving, kicking. Benton with his jump fake. He doesn't have any space now. Nice closure there by ICC. Marvin Johnson got about a 3 after the pass and said he'll drive. Axel backboard it in. And a nice little jump fake there as a good closure by ICC. I tell you what, some open shots for people has been closed by ICC's ability to get to the basketball. So here is the Pirates. They'll bring the basketball up, and that's Jay Holcomb and Kurt Winsor on the front shot and turn it down. Waiting for the offense to progress. They'll get it to the team. The team, back pass, over the third way, behind the back, dribble, the pass. Murray has it denied, but he gets fouled. And McCall Murray, oh my goodness. Well, that could be the, not necessarily the Murray, but the ESPN sounder. For the behind the back, no look pass from Marvin Johnson to McCall Murray. Murray back there, his first time in his career. If they get back down, I think that's the foul. Either way. Murray to the free throw line. Unfortunately, Murray is under 50% free throw shooter on there. So that's about it. But I think he would have done it for a lot of But the practice the game. I think Portland has expanded every game. He's looking for the best opportunity, not just for himself, but also for his team. And that's why he is one of the best players on this Ravens team. No doubt about it. First shot from Murray is back to man.
this evening. This is Grady going coast to coast, taking it from Rolla. Down the front right now, 4 break games of the game. Now versus the ball and more. And almost just a slam was Brandon Kirk, but he gets an out of the rim. Brandon Kirk was rolling up there at that basketball and Kirk was good. And the first time he took a couple of rebounds, and then could have walked up and would have had to hit the basket, stick you up by one. But Brandon Kirk's great intensity, I like the intensity. I think the score was like, that's as I like to see. Certainly, and in certain scenarios, the fans go for it home, those kinds of things, those kind of training. The concept of a book, there's every kind of ticket. Really hot with it. Waiting on the inbound, puts it out, and
the fall. Takes the lead at 5. Fancy dribbling, now kicks it to Hudson. Right side, he drives to the baseline. Now he'll reset, and that one's tipped out of bounds by Indy. Tipped out of bounds right there as we'll wait for an inbounds pass right now by Coffeyville Community College. You can definitely hear some frustration here on this sideline as not necessarily lack of execution. There's points on the board, no doubt about, but Coffeyville at this point certainly could have a lot more there. And the frustration beginning to build. Little give-and-go pass. Finds Webster from 25 feet, and he misses his first tonight. Normally money from there. He can't make that one. And keeps the lead at 5, 22-17. Bringing the basketball to Torres for Indy. Driving right side. Now looks into that corner. He'll find Barry. Barry back up on top, and that is to Pollock. Pollock back to to Guest. Guest wants a 3 from 3. That's no good from long distance. Rebound from Hudson. Now he gets it to Jones. And Jones just stays where he's at and waits for the offense to reset here on that left side. Jones thought about going down low. Instead drives with the right hand. Kicks it out to Marshall. Marshall thought about that deep 3. Instead hangs onto it. Waiting for the screen. Gets one from Crump. Now hands it to Crump. 15-footer. No good. And the jump shot comes up empty. 22-17. It remains 9:40 in the first play. Here's Torres. Torres now kicks it out. Independence. They go down low to Harris again. Harris's pass is intercepted. Marshall now, 2-on-2. He's got some room, coast to coast, up and in. Quan Marshall.
And Quan Marshall came off the bench, doing a great job. Already 2 steals, 2 fast break points, and just doing, like we said, a spark plug on the defensive side.
No doubt about it. Foul with that. That'll take us to the media timeout. 7-point lead, Coffeyville. We got ourselves a ball game here. The CCC, if they can just knock down their shots, they can turn this one into an easy one. 24-17. We'll be back here in a minute on 98.1 KUSN.
Industrial strength for your home? You can get it at 4 State Maintenance Supply in Coffeyville. The same quality products the big companies use are available for retail sale at 4 State Maintenance Supply. From cleaning chemicals to paper products, even upright vacuums. A lot better than you find at the big box stores. They can last up to 10 years or longer, and they cost a lot less than you'd think. Run your house like a business, getting more value for your money. Shop 4 State Maintenance Supply on North Klein in Coffeyville.
Hey, Raven fans, coming into town for a game? Make it a great weekend. Reserve your room at Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, Coffeyville's premier home away from home. Enjoy plush, clean accommodations, a free continental breakfast, indoor pool, Wi-Fi, and superior staff and services. Ask about special AARP and military discounts. Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, a proud supporter of the Red Ravens.
Just over halfway through the first, Coffeyville with a 7-point lead. It's 24-17, 9:25 to go. Welcome back. Thanks for spending your Wednesday evening with us here on 98.1 KUSN. I'm Sam Speck, alongside Matt Dick for the Montgomery County Showdown. Independence Community College Pirates, Coffeyville Community College Red Ravens on your home for Red Ravens sports. And after the push out of bounds, as Independence now will inbound it from the near sideline here right in front of us. He finds Torres. Torres now will get it right back to Guest. Guest now will have to reset. He's guarded closely by good man-to-man defense with Marvin Johnson. He looks to his right side to Barry. Barry back to Harris. Harris has been effective on all ends of this court tonight. Harris back to Torres. Into the corner they go. They find Guest. Guest finds him. Tries to get that one down low, and trying to take it away is Marshall. Finally, they get the jump ball call. And the possession arrow is with Independence, but that was a well overdue jump ball call. I mean, he had a good grip on that one.
Is it me or the refs let them play a little dirty on both sides?
I saw it in the women's game, and tonight we're here in the men's game. I'm seeing it as well. A little jump fake with 1 on the shot clock up and no good. And in fact, it missed everything. Missed the rim, shot clock violation against Independence there. As Coffeyville did a good job burning down that shot clock and forcing Independence there off of the inbounds. to a rushed shot, to say the least. So half-court man-to-man here put on by Independence. Quan Marshall will bring it up. Now he looks right over to Casey Benson. Here's your five on the floor. Marshall, Benson, Johnson, Mikkel Murray, and Kamani Dunham. Johnson now with it, left side, driving with the right hand. Will hand it off, but he has it stolen away. That's the third time tonight Johnson has had a pass either stepped in front of or taken away from him. So the sophomore is struggling in terms of distributing the basketball. Indy will reset. Here's Torres right in front of us on this near sideline. Torres looking for his screen. Instead, he goes down low. That's Pollock. Pollock stuck into a double team, and Marshall just comes in, tries to take the jump ball, but instead gets called with a personal foul. His first of the night. Again, I had mentioned Quan Marshall stays out of foul trouble, and that was not a foul. That was a definite ball grab right there. But with that personal foul, that will move Coffeyville to 7 team fouls, and Independence officially into the bonus.
And right now, like we mentioned, the refs aren't making the right calls, or they may not be making the right calls that we think are the right calls. But you can't let that get into your head. You got to play through those calls. Coffeyville's a very capable team, and they can go through those calls and play very well all the way through them. But the first person that they need to start with is, of course, Marvin Johnson. He's been kind of quiet this first half.
He really has, as Pollock at the free throw line here for ICC. Pollock on the year is a 50% free throw shooter. The first end of the 1-and-1 is no good. Down to the rebound. They come away unscathed that time in the bonus. But again, already it's 7 fouls compared to ICC's just 3 team fouls. Marshall will hand it off to Johnson. Johnson looks right, finds Benson in that far corner. Down low to Dunham they go. Kamani now has no place to go with it, so he kicks it back out. Point to point they go beyond the 3. Finally to Marshall in that far corner. Marshall pressured into a double team, and that one is going to be called a travel. So trying to use his pivot there, but he gets called for the travel, and CCC gives it right back up. And if you're the Red Ravens, obviously, Marshall, you can't put yourself into those scenarios, but you got to help a brother out and try and come get the basketball away from him. Instead, he gets pressured and called with a dribbling infraction. 24-17, 7:45 to go here in the first half of play. Bringing the basketball up here is Independence. That's Durham. Durham drives, baseline, pulls up from 10 feet. No good. Offensive rebound by Harris, but they're actually going to say Pollock came over the back of Kamani Dunham and made too much contact right there. So Pollock called with his second personal foul.
And there's a lot of fouls happening in these last couple minutes. Kind of slowing down the game.
Once you said it, you had to jinx it. You know, it's like the refs are letting them play, and now it's even any contact out there. It looks like the referees would like to make that call. So off of the inbounds here after that play there, Quan Marshall will bring the basketball up. He goes left side as he makes his way up over half court. Now looks right to Marvin Johnson. They go further into the right-hand corner to Benton. Benton finds the big man, Dunham, down low. He just muscles his way to the low block, up and in, and over Harris he goes. Kamani Dunham, 6'8", 250. If there was ever a matchup for Jabril Harris, I think we've met it. Jabril Harris, 6'8", and 250. Full court pass for Independence. That one's no good. Nobody on the same page there for the Pirates. That one goes straight out of bounds, and Coffeyville gets it right back. And 26-17, 9-point lead. This is their largest lead of the night, Bo. It didn't come without some frustration before we got here. 7:11 to go. Quan Marshall to bring it up. Again, he's pressured into a double team, dumps it off to Johnson. Now over to Benton, back to Johnson to reset on that far Jay Herkelman side. Johnson now makes his way towards the top of the key. Goes down low to Dunham, kicks it out. Marshall, Benton for 3, no good. Offensive rebound by Murray, up and in. Mikkel Murray with the offensive grab and the bucket.
And that's something Murray gives you every night. Great offensive rebound and a great easy 2 by him tonight.
Full court press broken up fairly easily. That finds Durham, and Durham goes up and in, and that's an easy 2 points, 28-19. Found the lane, stuck with it, and an easy layup there for ICC. Here's Murray now getting the pass. He drove, can't hang on to it, but Dunham's there to recover. Dunham now gets it right back to Murray, and Murray can't hang on to it. That one goes between his hands and out of bounds, and it remains 28-19. 6:25 to go in this ball game. Or rather first half, I should say, till we head to halftime. And the inbounds will find Kosi Mays. Mays now will look right. That finds Durham. Durham further into the corner they go. Now they get it down low to Williams. Williams, low block up and in, and using some strength. Williams, 6'9", 270. A redshirt freshman. Man, what a force he is down on that low block. Cuts the lead to 7. Here's the Red Ravens now with Johnson on that far side. Johnson gets fouled as he makes his way back towards center circle. That one coming against Tyler Williams, the big man we just spoke of a moment ago. And Johnson There it is. I'd like to see these a little bit more often here. As much as Coffeyville is fouling, maybe go down and try and put ICC into those foul scenarios as well. At least get to the bonus here before the first half is over, in ways you can do that. Marvin Johnson does it well. Mikkel Murray does it well, driving and finding some shots. And another good job. That time it's going to be on over on that far side, Tony Durham. But Marvin Johnson, speaking of him, draws the foul right there, and off the ball foul results in a 16 foul against Independence. That's the first against Durham. And Coffeyville will try it again. 20 on the shot clock. Inbounds now from the far sideline. Finds Marshall. Marshall gets it back to Johnson. Johnson, some fancy dribbling. Now a good pass down low to Durham. Nice turnaround up and in. Kamani Dunham. What a spin move. My goodness. Normally people that size you don't think can move that nimble, but wow, what a move and what a bucket.
Yeah, standing 6'8", 250, the freshman out of Georgia. He did a great job right there, just using his size and skill. Now, he is only a 42% free throw shooter as he misses that one, but you just saw the kind of talent he has, and he's going to be a great piece for this team next year as well.
Yeah, they're going to be losing some size. As here's a three ball put up from Indy, no good, and down the rebound. We're speaking of him is Kamani Dunham himself. He comes down with a nice defensive board there. Yeah, they're going to be losing Webster and Queen in the offseason, whether they choose to keep on playing or start their workforce or go on and continue their educational. Either way, they're not going to be a Red Raven next year. Bad shot from Marvin Johnson, and I think maybe it was tipped. I think so, and Marvin Johnson and Casey Benton on the other end draws the charge. So Coffeyville does get away with one there, but man, I'm interested to kind of see where these stat sheets are at right now. Yeah, they've scored 30 points, but man, has it been a headache to score those 30 points. Timeout on the floor by Coach Herkelman. We'll take one ourselves. 30 seconds aside. 5:15 to go in the first half. 30-21. Coffeyville on top, but man, what a frustrating first half for both sides. Back in 30 seconds.
Helping you move forward. That's what Coffeyville Community College does. Whether you want to increase your ability to advance at work, learning to earn a 2-year, or just want to expand your horizons, Coffeyville Community College can help. And CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting, fast 8-week classes, or even online classes. CCC can meet your needs your way. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
Out of the timeout, Coffeyville still with a 9-point lead. 5:15 to go in the first half. It's 30-21. Before we headed to the break, I said, yeah, there's points on the board, but it's been frustrating. Both these teams right now committing fouls. They're turning the ball over when they shouldn't, and they're missing a lot of shots. And just like this, here's an off-the-ball foul on Mikkel Murray. Murray called with more contact there. That gives it right back, and being Independence in the bonus, I believe that will send Independence down to the free throw line. No, it was off the ball, so it will be an inbounds, rather. So Independence to inbound is from the far side. Tyler Williams will get it in, and he gets it to his man, Mays. So Mays will bring this one up, kicks it off to Harris. Harris will hand it to Edwards. Edwards has a good shot, really anywhere on the floor. Now he goes back to Harris on this left side. Back to Mays, straight away. He drives up, swatted away, but draws the foul on his way into the paint. I don't know if they're going to put that one on the shot or if it's going to be on the ball. Either way, in the bonus is Coffeyville, and that will, Independence rather, and it is going to be a 1-and-1. So not coming off of the shot there, but Mays drawing the foul will put him there for a 1-and-1. Casey Benton with his first personal foul tonight, the 9th against the team. First shot up from Mays, no good, and down with the rebound is Kamani Dunham. And that's what the big man is there for. Dunham dumps it off. Here's Marshall on that far side. He brings it up over half court. Now with the right-hand dribble towards the center part of the court, gets it to Crump. Crump back to Johnson. Thought about a jump fake. Great separation defense. Nice firing pass down low to Dunham, up and in. Kamani Dunham on the reverse layup. Easy shot right there. Started with a good pass from Johnson.
And like we mentioned, the court vision of Johnson, great job by him to find the open Kamani Dunham.
And looking for a jump ball there was Marshall, and now they're going to call the foul. Quan Marshall was sitting there with both hands on the basketball for, I counted, at least 3 seconds. And instead, when he came back in recovery, he reached in too far. It was an obvious reach-in foul. There was no disputing that. But it didn't come until after he had the ball for 3 seconds. That should have been a jump ball all the way, regardless of where the possession arrow is from. Quan Marshall should not have been charged with the foul here. With that moves Coffeyville to 10, Independence into the double bonus, and that puts big man Tyler Williams at the free throw line. His first shot is no good, so Independence struggling from the free throw line here to start. Quan Marshall with 2 personals, and none of them that I agree with at this point.
Yeah, and 2 of those personals came off of 2 jump ball calls that they should have got, which would have gave CCC the ball both times. And, I mean, they could have been up more than this, but, like, we still have an 11-point lead, and you can't get mad at the refs. You got to play through that kind of stuff. It is frustrating sometimes, but Coffeyville's doing a good job playing through it.
Exactly. ICC misses both. Now in transition, they dump it off to Crump, who takes a very early 3-point shot in the shot clock there. That's no good. Very quickly, here's Edwards off of the missed basket. Edwards now to Mays on this left side. Mays for ICC, back up on top to the big man Williams. Williams now trying to find some separation. Gives it back to Mays, left side. Mays, he's guarded closely. Nice 2-3 zone here put on by Coffeyville. They kind of shift back and forth from that. Down low, Edwards, baseline jumper, up and in. Knocked it down. And there's 2 points right there for Edwards. Edwards is a good jump shot, really from anywhere on the floor. And just like that, cuts the lead back to 9. 3:39 to go here in the first half. Manny Crump finds a driving Benton. Benton takes that one, draws the foul. And heading to the free throw line for a couple of shots is the sophomore number 2, Casey Benton.
And Casey Benton, like we mentioned, a sophomore, has kind of stepped back in the volume scorer he was in his first year. He averages almost 10 points a game, but he's just a great presence on the court. Moves great without the basketball, and is really great from 3, shooting 39% from there. And right there, he got the free throw to go. He's also a very good free throw shooter as well, 73% from the line.
Puts the lead now up to 10, 33-23 with 3:35 to go. There was moments last year. Now, T.J. Washington was certainly kind of the catalyst leader of this offense. An All-American sophomore that we lost to graduation. In fact, playing on a Division I scale now is Washington, and we can look forward to a lot of sophomores there. Second shot is knocked down for CCC, and they come away with a steal on the full-court press. Crump now on the thievery. We'll hand it off to Marshall. He wants a 3. Quan from deep, no good. And off the side of the iron, that one comes away. Independence off the rebounds. Edwards, he wants a 3. In response, that one's short of everything. That one missed the rim. And off of the air ball, Jones gets the rebound and gets fouled. And that foul coming against Jabril Harris right there. But again, last year, speaking of Benton, he had games where T.J. Washington would kind of go silent. And, man, I think he would score 18, 21 points from 3 and, scoring to the 20-point mark. He really hasn't hit that this year because you're right. He's changed roles. He's changed roles into more of a supportive, which, as everybody out there, besides Marvin Johnson, there's really not one guy that leads this team. And Marvin Johnson really kind of lacks in that aspect as well. They work better as a team than they do individuals. And with Kevin Brewer on the floor, as Jones will knock down his first one, with Kevin Brewer on the floor and Marvin Johnson, Casey Benton is just as effective as somebody that does average 15, 20 points. So Jones does make the first. They're up by 12. 35-23 is our score. Second shot up is knocked down. So Anthony Jones knocks them both down, puts them back up by 13.
And to go back to your point, there's a reason why CCC is number 3 in the country. It's because they play as a team.
No doubt about it, as that's what matters the most. As we've seen in a technical down on this end, and finally we're getting some even calls here. I didn't hear too much barking from the far end, but it looks like they're going to put it on a, in particular, team player. I don't think it's on the coach, but I think it's going to be coming from some barking on the sideline, or actually I think it's from a secondary coach. So not from a head coach, but from some other coach that are on the bench. I'm not exactly sure with what was said, certainly not in favorable of the FCC or anything that should be allowed on the radio, I would imagine. But I'll tell you what, that's the second technical tonight, one per both sides, and it both came off of, I mean, you got to know that these officials realize who these two teams are. They don't like playing each other. In fact, they don't like each other, to say the least. In fact, they would love to see ICC as a Pirates fan to come out and just and dominate the number 3 team in the country. And you can definitely tell that with their poised players on the sidelines. But, man, a coach even barking out too much right there. That sends Casey Benton to the free throw line for one shot. Here's his second on the technical, and he knocks them both down. And with that, actually, the technical will give the possession right back to Coffeyville. 15 points. And actually, it won't be. So it was a off-the-ball foul, and it came from the sideline as well. So Coffeyville won't get the possession back as they did not have it to start, but they did knock down the 2 shots there. Up by 15, 3 minutes to go in the first half. And wow, ICC, who at one point really was kind of still in this game, could very quickly come out of it. Down low, called for the foul, Manny Crump. And I think that one came before the shot. And Manny Crump with his next personal foul there. That will move Coffeyville to 12 on the night. Manny Crump with just his first, So he's kind of keeping that number 2 limited, but the rest of his team, not really. First shot up is knocked down. That is Unquavius Pollard making his first free throw. Pollard cuts the lead down to 14. Second shot, no good. Down with the rebound is the big man. Kamani Dunham comes away with another board. Hands it off to Casey Benton, and Benton now up over half court. Right hand dribble now to the left. He drives, center, straight away. Floater, and it's denied, but he gets drawn on the foul. Gabriel Harris with a good swat away, but we'll see who they put that foul on. Comes off against Pollard, I should say, with his first personal. And Casey Benton back to the free throw line. Benton, again, above 70% shooter. And this right here has been the most effective way for Coffeyville to kind of extend their lead. They've held on to a lead for the majority of this first half, but this right here is the way that they've been able to extend it. 39-24, and now 40-24. Coffeyville with their largest lead of the night.
And Casey Benton, great job at the line, and also great job right there trying to get a steal, trying to, even though Coffeyville is up big, it's kind of dead in the crowd. We need some momentum to swing. The Pirates are still kind of in this game. They're still playing hard, and there's still a lot of time left in this first half.
You're very right, and a lot of time left in this ball game in general. So here's Edwards now for Indy. 2.5 minutes left in this first half. Stick around with us during the halftime report as they get it to Harris. Harris pulls up, jumper, and Harris, tell you what, as a big man, he can step out really from anywhere on the floor and knock it down. He's been effective tonight. Cuts the lead to 14, 40-26. Here's Jones, kicks it left. That's Benton now on the far Jay Herkelman side. Benton now right back to Jones. They go from right to left beyond the three-point line. Now on this right side, back towards the center circle, and foul on Manny Crump. Blocking foul is what the officials say. And it says maybe he was moving his feet a little bit too much during the screen or whichever, but I have not seen a whole lot of contact this evening. They go stretches, the officials, where they don't blow the whistle at all, and then there's a lot of times where it's like, what's the need? At least there being a mix of both. Quan Marshall on the steal. Quan gets fouled on his way immediately after taking that basketball away, as he gets fouled on basically right at half court.
And Quan up to 4 steals already in this first half. He's done a great job applying pressure, especially to the guards. He's just been doing a great job all around, playing tough. And he's also, a sophomore that has really been a catalyst, especially for that second string unit. And he gets the first one to go. Quan, not known as the best free throw shooter, 66% on the year, but he just does a good job. He's an all-around player and a great presence on the court.
Second shot up for Marshall is no good, so he goes 1 of 2 that time, puts the lead back up to 15, 41-26. Both teams in the double bonus. There's a $1:45 to go in the first half of play in Independence with the basketball. Tyrese Berry will bring it up. Now they go down low. That's Pollard. Pollard, turnaround jumper, up and in with a hand in his face. That's just tough to defend. That's a good basket right there. Puts him back now to 28 points, 41-28. Driving was Marshall. Now he kicks it to Jones. Jones back up on top to Crump. Now they look left over to Benton. Benton looks back to Marshall now. He goes to the elbow, thought about a shot, instead hands it to Dunham. Dunham turns around from 10 feet, no good. Crump there on the rebound, and Manny Crump draws the foul, rather. The foul coming on the floor. So it will be a foul against Independence Community College. Either way, though, regardless of the foul coming on the floor, we are in the double bonus, so that sends Manny Crump to the free throw line.
And Manny Crump, another great addition this year to the Red Ravens defense and offense. Leads the team in offensive rebounding, but he also does a good job just playing defense. But he does get the first free throw to miss. He usually does pretty well, 70% free throw shooter. Usually what you want to hit as a player in any level, as he gets the second one to go.
Knocks down the second, as you had said, 1 of 2 that trip. Makes it now 42-28 with 1 minute 15 seconds to go. Here's Indy to inbounds. They get Edwards after a full court pass, and Edwards can't hang on to it. And they're actually going to say it was tipped off of Quan Marshall and out of bounds. I'm not sure if they officially knew or if they could see, but they went with it, and they're going to say it hits off of Marshall last, and the inbounds here from Edwards, ICC, to hang on to it. 70 seconds till we head to half. Independence with it. They'll swing it. That's Redmond with it. Redmond back to Edwards. Edwards now to the left side. He finds Berry. Berry back to Redmond. Straight away is the man from Richmond, Virginia. Redmond now thought about driving. Instead, they'll kick it down low. Fadeaway jumper from Pollard. That's no good. Offensive rebound. That's up, and it's swatted away. And after the swat, it goes out of bounds. And Coffeyville will give it right back to ICC, but it didn't come without a great defensive stop.
And Manny Crump, he has definitely made his presence known in this game, especially on the defensive end. Right there, another great block, and just staying with the ball, even though they got the offensive rebound, way to stay down low and let your presence be known as a defender.
Here's the inbounds from Independence. That's Redmond getting it in. He'll find his man Berry. Berry right back to Redmond, now back up on top to Harris. They swing from three. Point to point they go for ICC. Berry back with it. Now he drives left side into the baseline, stops about 15 feet out, kicks it to Harris. Wide open for three. No good, as Harris is very good from that point. Quan Marshall pressures ICC into a lot of almost cornering them back there on the sideline. Tips off of Marshall and out of bounds it goes, so we'll try this again.
And right now, this last minute of the game has taken a very long time, but it's great to see both teams playing hard, even though the score differential is pretty high right now.
Yeah, and especially for ICC, just struggling and fighting for those offensive rebounds here. That makes two of them on this drive alone. 16 on the shot clock, 19 on the game clock. About a 4-second differential between those two. Here's Pollard with it straight away. Pollard hands it off to Redmond. He can't hang on to it, but it's recovered over on that far side by Berry, but Marshall comes away with it. Marshall finally gets fouled on the near sideline. Quan Marshall, again, another takeaway here tonight. I don't know if they will officially credit him with a steal there, but, man, just disruptive this evening on the defensive side.
And his effort tonight has definitely been eye-opening. You know, he's playing hard like a sophomore should, but he's just been doing a little bit of everything. He looks like he's a 10-year vet in the NBA right now as a defender. He's just doing a great job all-around game, and I'm very happy with Quan Marshall. So last game in Herkelman Arena, and just doing a great job all around as he does get the first one to go. He's up to 5 steals as if he gets credited for that steal, but 5 steals in the first half.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, definitely.
As Marshall wants his second, that's no good. Straight off the back of the iron there. That's a brick. Goes right into the hands of ICC, and they've only got 3 to shoot. They're going to need to get it off here at half court. Harris trying to get an extra pass, one too many passes, and that results in ICC not getting a shot off. With that, that'll do it for half number 1 here from Nellis Hall on Jay Herkelman Court. That's Matt Dick. I'm Sam Speck. It is halftime now. We'll take an extended step aside. When we come back, we will go ahead and give you a look at this first half, statistically speaking, as to what Coffeyville Community College did on the stats board. Right now, they lead 43-28, so a comfortable 15-point lead at the half, though ICC is a good shooting team. And if Coffeyville did anything like they did against Allen County just 2 days ago and allow this ICC team to get back into it, we may have ourselves a ball game. With that as well, if Coffeyville starts to get hot shooting the basketball, which, by the way, they are not shooting very well from the floor this evening. They are generating the majority of their points from driving, from fouls, and getting to the free throw line. We'll keep an eye on those numbers, and we'll break it down here during the halftime report. For now, we'll take an extended step aside. 43-28, Coffeyville on top of the Montgomery County foes of the Montgomery County Showdown of Independence Community College. It's 43-28 at the half. When we come back, stats and halftime report here on 98.1.
A celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play, and you can trust Gillum Liquor to back it up with an endless cooler filled with your favorite pick of ice-cold beer, or choose something from the vast wine selection to help you relax and wind down after an exhilarating CCC game. Whatever your pleasure, Gillum Liquor is always in for the win. Gillum Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Hey, y'all, folks, this is Bull-Ass Montana here with Lay's Archery Guns. I'm here with the gang, Derringer, Denise, and Alamosa Amy. Tell them girls what we got.
We've got guns, we've got bows, and we've got knives.
Don't forget accessories and camo clothing so the animals don't see you.
That's right, ladies. Don't forget we're located at 3940 County Road 1250. We're just 2.25 miles south of Deering Y on 3900, and take a left on 1250 Road, a half mile, and we're just east on the right. Lay's Archery Guns at 620-251-0040. Tell them Bull sent you.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to take care of my banking and the internet's down.
So what's the problem? Just give Dana a call at Community State Bank and she'll take care of it in person.
I don't bank at Community State Bank. It's an online bank. My bank's not just down the street. It's in, well, I'm not really sure where it's at.
Wow, I wouldn't bank anywhere but Community State Bank. They have great online and mobile banking services, so I still do most of my banking online. But when I need it, it's sure great to talk to somebody I know face to face.
Hi, this is Dana from Community State Bank. We offer all the convenience along with the services you want and need, and even throw in a friendly face to help you personally when you need it. Community State Bank, Coffeyville's only locally owned and operated bank.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Simple Simon's Pizza in Coffeyville. Oh, yes, you'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzones, wings, breadsticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeyville favorite, the Simple Simon's Lunch Buffet. Simple Simon's makes it easy for you to dine in, carry out, or delivery. Simple Simon's Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeyville. Simple Simon's, simply delicious.
When it comes to a time of loss, more folks around here trust and rely on the David W. Barnes Funeral Home. It could be because of their compassionate care. It could be because of their guaranteed superior service, or maybe because of their fair and honest prices, or just maybe for all of these reasons, more folks trust the David W. Barnes Funeral Home during a time of loss. The David W. Barnes Funeral Home at 306 North Klein in Coffeyville, an independent, family-owned business.
Everyone looks forward to a good meal. That's why we do dining differently at Windsor Place. We call it 7 to 7 dining. Residents can come to the dining room anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a home-cooked meal of their choice. 3 specials are available throughout the day, along with a full menu, including all-day breakfast. If residents need a treat between meals, they can visit our self-service snack pantries. Come see what makes Windsor Place different at mealtime. Call 620-252-4929.
Move forward. You can by becoming a part of the Acme Foundry team in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry has current openings for CNC machinists and entry-level foundry positions. Acme offers competitive wages, benefits including medical and dental, and a retirement plan through employee ownership. Acme moves careers forward by promoting from within. Find out more. Apply in person at Acme Foundry, 1502 South Spruce Street in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry, an equal opportunity employer.
Industrial strength for your home? You can get it at 4 State Maintenance Supply in Coffeyville. The same quality products the big companies use are available for retail sale at 4 State Maintenance Supply. From cleaning chemicals to paper products, even upright vacuums. A lot better than you'd find at the big box stores. They can last up to 10 years or longer, and they cost a lot less than you'd think. Run your house like a business, getting more value for your money. Shop 4 State Maintenance Supply on North Klein in Coffeyville.
Hey, Raven fans, coming into town for a game? Make it a great weekend. Reserve your room at Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, Coffeyville's premier home away from home. Enjoy plush, clean accommodations, a free continental breakfast, indoor pool, Wi-Fi, and superior staff and services. Ask about special AARP and military discounts. Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, a proud supporter of the Red Ravens. Helping you move forward. That's what Coffeyville Community College does. Whether you want to increase your ability to advance at work, learning to earn a 2-year, or just want to expand your horizons, Coffeyville Community College can help. And CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting, fast 8-week classes, or even online classes. CCC can meet your needs your way. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
A celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play, and you can trust Gillum Liquor to back it up with an endless cooler filled with your favorite pick of ice-cold beer, or choose something from the vast wine selection to help you relax and wind down after an exhilarating CCC game. Whatever your pleasure, Gillum Liquor is always in for the win. Gillum Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
At the half, welcome back. Coffeyville with a 43-28 lead. 15 points is what separates them here at the half against their rival foe, Independence Community College. That's Matt Dick. I'm Sam Speck here live on 98.1 KUSN. Thanks for joining us at the half here as we'll go ahead and break down these two teams in terms of statistical speaking. Your leading scorer, we got a couple of them. Quan Marshall, he's at 9, and then on the opposing side, Jabril Harris, he's at 9, and what a polar opposite player that those are. As Jabril Harris, 6'8", 250. He's a low block presence. Quan Marshall is, right around 6 foot, maybe 6'2" on a good day, and certainly not that 250 on that low block presence. He's a good shot, but majority of where his baskets are coming from as a combination of the free throw line and good shots from 2, but he has 4 steals, so they did not credit him with that 5th there, but 4 steals in the first half. Lots of takeaways, 10 steals in total for Coffeyville, and 13 turnovers is what they forced Independence in. Off of those turnovers, they were able to go down and score 12 points off of the 13 turnovers that they did give up. In terms of rebounding, both of these teams are fairly even. 13 rebounds for the Independence Pirates. Coffeyville coming out with 12. That's the personal foul mark. Rebounds, they are knotted up at 20, that I wanted to say. The big difference in this one is the shot from 2-point land. The 3-point land has been awful in this one to start. But from the floor, Independence not shooting bad. They're right at 40% at 11 of 28 in this one. And Coffeyville actually a lot better than a lot of us may have expected at 15 of 29, which is right around 51%. But again, why I say that is because normally such a great 3-point shooting team, they have really, really struggled here in this one tonight. They're a 2 of 9, 22%. That's exactly where Independence sits at this point. The big difference maker in this one is how many times they got to the free throw line and how many times that they've made it. They are 11 of 17, 65%, but at the same time, 17 trips to the free throw line. That's pretty efficient. You want to get to the free throw line, and especially in a game where you are really struggling from knocking down a shot from 3 land, you got to find a way to distribute the basketball and find ways to score points as well, and they are doing that right now on the free throw line, and the scoreboard represents that.
Okay, so a cool stat I have for you right now, Sam.
Let's see it.
If Coffeyville has 9 turnovers, I've looked up a stat. They win by 30 if they double it with steals and the opponent's turnovers. If you, right now, our turnovers are 9. We have, as you mentioned, a lot of steals, and right now the turnover differential is 13 to 9. We have over 7 steals, like you said. So if we continue that trend, we will win by 30. That's what the stats are saying. And right now we are, of course, blowing them out, but is it me or does it feel like we're not winning by as much? It just kind of seems like it's a slow pace, grounded out game. Like you mentioned, only 2 for 9 from deep. We're usually blazing it with almost 40% from deep. Marvin Johnson has also been a non-factor in this game.
Yeah, he's got 2 points through 1 half of play as he has struggled at really, and in fact, not taking a whole lot of shots either. But he's not really fine. He's given the ball up on a couple of times. I believe he's turned it over 3 times himself with a couple of bad passes. So Marvin Johnson just a little bit out of place in this one. But you're right, Matt. It's and that almost goes to show about how good that this Red Ravens team is because right now on the floor, it's not the best-looking basketball that you've ever seen. But they have a comfortable 15-point lead here at the half. And you had just mentioned with that turnover ratio being where it's at, they average a 30-point win. Well, hey, they're halfway there. They're up by 15 here at the half, so I wouldn't doubt them to maybe heat up here in the second half. But, man, I'll tell you what, yeah, it just was not good-looking basketball. They made some great plays, but a lot of turnovers, a lot of bad passes, and a lot of giveaways as well were kind of the downfall of that one, regardless of how well they're shooting from the floor right now. Struggling from 3, but still, it's just been not bad basketball. I don't want to say it's bad basketball. They're incredibly talented, both sides, but it's just been sloppy. Really has sloppy play from start to finish so far through that first half.
And that's so true. And like you mentioned, that goes to back of how much we expect for Coffeyville to, how well we expect them to do. If you're a team that right now is 25-2, number 3 in the nation, and number 1 voted by coaches, actually, so that's a lot of pressure riding on, and you don't want to coast into tournament play. Right now, it is looking like, yes, they're winning by a lot, but it feels, like you said, like the lead is not as much as it is. And that stat that I mentioned just to show how well our defense is, and when we do make more turnovers than steals, like I mentioned, we always lose. Now, we've only lost by 4 or less in both of those games. Like we said, it's just been sloppy play and not us getting turnovers. So if we can cause other teams to get careless turnovers, we usually win the game by a lot.
No doubt about it. Up by 15 here at the break. It's 43-28. I tell you what, as much gritty and as much slop that we say that first half was, they still played well. 50% from the floor. One of the best teams in the nation. Coffeyville again up by 15 right now. We still got some time till we head towards the second half, as it is sophomore night, so plenty of festivities going on right now. They're also handing out the rings. I got to take a peek at the bling-bling that they're handing out right now. Championship rings going out for the back-to-back national champions of volleyball, as those ladies out there very happy to wear those rings, and a couple of them very happy to put on number 2 as they won it last year as well. Back-to-back national champions for the NJCAA. And one thing that would be real cool here for Coffeyville, how about we bring another one here in the spring with this basketball team, and they have got the potential to do so. So we'll take a step aside. We'll be back here in an extended break with the second half of basketball here on 98.1 KUSN.
Hey, y'all, folks, this is Bull Ass Montana here with Lay's Archery Guns. I'm here with the gang, Derringer, Denise, and Alamosa Amy. Tell them girls what we got.
We've got guns, we've got bows, and we've got knives.
Don't forget accessories and camo clothing so the animals don't see you.
That's right, ladies. Don't forget we're located at 3940 County Road 1250. We're just 2.25 miles south of Deering Y on 3900, and take a left on 1250 Road, a half mile, and we're just east on the right. Lay's Archery Guns at 620-251-0040. Tell them Bull sent you.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to take care of my banking and the internet's down.
So what's the problem? Just give Dana a call at Community State Bank and she'll take care of it in person.
I don't bank at Community State Bank. It's an online bank. My bank's not just down the street. It's in... Well, I'm not really sure where it's at.
Wow, I wouldn't bank anywhere but Community State Bank. They have great online and mobile banking services, so I still do most of my banking online. But when I need it, it's sure great to talk to somebody I know face to face.
Hi, this is Dana from Community State Bank. We offer all the convenience along with the services you want and need, and even throw in a friendly face to help you personally when you need it. Community State Bank, Coffeyville's only locally owned and operated bank.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Simple Simon's Pizza in Coffeyville. Oh, yes, you'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzones, wings, breadsticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeyville favorite, the Simple Simon's Lunch Buffet. Simple Simon's makes it easy for you to dine in, carry out, or delivery. Simple Simon's Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeyville. Simple Simon's, simply delicious.
When it comes to a time of loss, more folks around here trust and rely on the David W. Barnes Funeral Home. It could be because of their compassionate care. It could be because of their guaranteed superior service, or maybe because of their fair and honest prices, or just maybe for all of these reasons, more folks trust the David W. Barnes Funeral Home during a time of loss. The David W. Barnes Funeral Home at 306 North Klein in Coffeyville, an independent, family-owned business.
Everyone looks forward to a good meal. That's why we do dining differently at Windsor Place. We call it 7 to 7 dining. Residents can come to the dining room anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a home-cooked meal of their choice. 3 specials are available throughout the day, along with a full menu, including all-day breakfast. If residents need a treat between meals, they can visit our self-service snack pantries. Come see what makes Windsor Place different at mealtime. Call 620-252-4929.
Move forward. You can by becoming a part of the Acme Foundry team in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry has current openings for CNC machinists and entry-level foundry positions. Acme offers competitive wages, benefits including medical and dental, and a retirement plan through employee ownership. Acme moves careers forward by promoting from within. Find out more. Apply in person at Acme Foundry, 1502 South Spruce Street in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry, an equal opportunity employer.
Industrial strength for your home? You can get it at 4 State Maintenance Supply in Coffeyville. The same quality products the big companies use are available for retail sale at 4 State Maintenance Supply. From cleaning chemicals to paper products, even upright vacuums. A lot better than you'd find at the big box stores. They can last up to 10 years or longer, and they cost a lot less than you'd think. Run your house like a business, getting more value for your money. Shop 4 State Maintenance Supply on North Klein in Coffeyville.
Hey, Raven fans, coming into town for a game? Make it a great weekend. Reserve your room at Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, Coffeyville's premier home away from home. Enjoy plush, clean accommodations, a free continental breakfast, indoor pool, Wi-Fi, and superior staff and services. Ask about special AARP and military discounts. Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, a proud supporter of the Red Ravens. Helping you move forward. That's what Coffeyville Community College does. Whether you want to increase your ability to advance at work, learning learning to earn a 2-year, or just want to expand your horizons? Coffeyville Community College can help, and CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting, fast 8-week classes, or even online classes. CCC can meet your needs your way. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
A celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play, and you can trust Gillum Liquor to back it up with an endless cooler filled with your favorite pick of ice-cold beer, or choose something from the vast wine selection to help you relax and wind down after an exhilarating CCC game. Whatever your pleasure, Gillum Liquor is always in for the win. Gillum Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Hey, y'all, folks, this is Bull Ass Montana here with Lay's Archery and Guns. I'm here with the gang, Derringer, Denise, and Alamosa Amy. Tell them girls what we got.
We've got guns, we've got bows, and we've got knives.
Don't forget accessories and camo clothing so the animals don't see you.
That's right, ladies. Don't forget we're located at 3940 County Road 1250. We're just 2¼ miles south of Deering, Wyoming, 3900, and take a left on 1250 Road, a half mile, and we're just east on the right. Lay's Archery and Guns at 620-251-0040. Tell them Bull sent you.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to take care of my banking and the internet's down.
So what's the problem? Just give Dana a call at Community State Bank and she'll take care of it in person.
I don't bank at Community State Bank. It's an online bank. My bank's not just down the street. It's in... Well, I'm not really sure where it's at.
Wow, I wouldn't bank anywhere but Community State Bank. They have great online and mobile banking services, so I still do most of my banking online. But when I need it, it's sure great to talk to somebody I know face to face.
Hi, this is Dana from Community State Bank. We offer all the convenience along with the services you want and need, and even throw in a friendly face to help you personally when you need it. Community State Bank, Coffeyville's only locally owned and operated bank.
As we wrap up the halftime report, we give you some keys to the second half and what the Red Ravens need to do to go undefeated at home through the 2018-2019 season. They're 20 minutes away from doing it. They're up by 15. For me, it's simple. Quit playing sloppy basketball. We know this team is clean. I understand the jump shot isn't working, but quit making silly passes, silly fouls, and just get to the end of this ball game and complete a successful sophomore night. Matt?
And that's so true. Another thing is, Independence has done a great job shutting down Marvin Johnson. 15 points a game, he scores. Only 2 points in that first half. If he gets going, if Keon comes out and doesn't mouth the bench, doesn't get technicals, we can make a run and win this game very easily. But I think first that technical kind of drained it, and then them doing a great job D'ing up on Marvin really kind of made this game still in a stretch. I mean, we are up by 15, but, it's still 20 minutes of basketball. Anything can happen.
No doubt about it. Second half basketball back at you here on 98.1 KUSN. Coffeyville will switch sides, so they move from right to left here on your radio dial, but they will start with the possession. Marshall down low to Queen. Queen, turnaround, fadeaway jumper. That's up, no good. And an offensive rebound, though, from Murray. That one luckily fell into his hands there, so we hang on to it. Murray to Marshall, now back to Benton. Back down low to Murray. He drives baseline, finds a driving. Queen up and in, and Keon Queen with the deuce right there. And, yeah, what an impact he makes on the floor. And he wasn't there out there in the first half, so maybe that's a big difference maker. Full court press put on, from pressure added there on Indy, but they break it up pretty easily as Edwards with the basketball in this right side corner. Edwards guarded closely there by Benton, but a give-and-go pass down low will find Jim Kane, and he's called for the travel. So G-Kine, I should say, get called for the travel right there. That is another dribbling infraction, and that'll give it right back up here to Coffeyville. And one shot can put them up by 20. And this is where that pivotal part of the game that we were mentioning is ICC has done their best to stay in it, but Coffeyville here with a couple of good shots could really start to move and bury this ICC team. Point to point they go from three. Now they find Johnson open for three, up no good. That hits off the rim and up over the backboard it goes, and the struggles continue from the three-point land. He was 0 of 1 in the first half, can't make that one there, and the lead remains at 45-28. ICC to inbounds here, no full court press on by the Red Ravens, so the Pirates will bring the basketball up with Tyrese Berry. Berry looks right, finds his man Durham. Durham now to reset, and now he gets it to the big man. That's Jabril Harris out towards, and it's stolen away. This could be big. Marvin Johnson up, and the slam. 47-28. And that right there may be an easy way to get him back involved. Keon Queen tried to get a steal. Instead, they will recover, though Indy in trouble in a double team, but finally they'll get it off. Nice give and go pass, stolen away again. Quan Marshall with his 5th steal of the night. He'll take it, floater, the alley-oop, and it's denied, but Quan Marshall's there. And coming down with the rebound is Johnson. Johnson was actually denied by the backboard, but they're lucky to hang on to the possession here. Back to Johnson they go. To Marshall, down to Benton from 45 feet for 3, no good. And tipping off of Mikel Murray last and out of bounds it goes. And that will be out of bounds. Coffeyville ICC with the basketball.
And to go back to the Marvin Johnson steal and slam, I could see it the whole way. His eyes lit up when he saw he could close it on that passing lane and an easy slam. Marvin is just a terror on the defensive end as much as he is on the offensive.
No doubt about it. And he's got quite the responsibility tonight. Ricky Edwards, one of the leading scorers for Independence. He was actually held to just 5 in that first half, so they've held him in check tonight. Edwards with it, speaking of him, 15 on the shot clock. They try to go down low to Pollard. Pollard, little fadeaway jumper, even with a hand in his face. That's undefendable right there. That's a tough one to defend. 17 points the lead is now cut to 47-30. So here's Marshall now. Kicks it left to Benton. They find Johnson in the corner here on this near side. Johnson back to Benton. Benton now takes it straight away. Little floater. Now he kicks. Marshall for 3. No, off the side of the rim. Trying to get the rebound was Queen, but it looks like Queen and Johnson ran into each other right there. 2 players battling on the same team, and ICC comes away a winner from it. 17-15 to go in this ballgame. 47-20. Here's ICC. Down low to Pollard they go. Muscling his way inside off the glass. Offensive rebound, and no good on the first try, but Pollard gets his miss and the layup. 47-32, back to 15 points.
And that'll be one way that ICC can get back in this game. Easy offensive rebounds to an easy shot. Great job by Pollard.
Point to point they go from 3 land again. Finds Johnson, now kicks it to Benton. He's got all day to shoot. So much room, but does not make it. So their woes continue from the 3-point line this evening. Full court pass to Pollard. Swatted away. Mikel Murray on the denial. Now they got a 5-on-4. Marshall kicks it to Benton. Benton to Murray. Murray can't hang on to it. That one's stolen away. Bringing the basketball up is Durham. Durham now driving coast to coast off the glass and in, and the foul. And Tony Durham, how about that? With the takeaway, and then went down low, drew the foul, and then more importantly, he went down and made the basket. So he's got an opportunity for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Mikel Murray makes his way to the sideline, and Manny Crump will make his way back in. Unfortunately for Red Ravens, Murray right now, I had noticed this right after halftime. He's a little taped up. It looks like he jammed a finger and maybe his right wrist as well. He was kind of wincing at that on his way towards the sideline. I'll be sure to ask about him and see if that's been affecting him there, but they'll move him out. And with that, the 3-point play has been made. Tony Durham knocks that one down, cuts the lead down to just 12 here. So still at a pivotal part of the game, and ICC doing a great job of just pestering CCC. I guess that's the best word for it. They haven't had the lead since all the way back at the beginning parts of this ball game, but just pestering CCC. They're not letting Red Ravens get comfortable. Johnson now gets the pass from Marshall. Marshall kicks it back out to Benton. And Benton goes up towards center circle, back to Marshall to reset. To Johnson, to Benton in the corner. Point to point, they go from 3. Finds Marshall beyond the 3. Now he drives in the paint. Little kick and go. Gives that one to Benton. He drives baseline with the right hand and up and in off the glass. Nice layup there from the sophomore Casey Benton, back up by 14.
And right there, Benton doing a great job showing his athleticism as Marshall still number 6 on the night.
How about that? And then he kicks it to Benton. He wants a 3. It's up. And no, Casey Benton struggles again. Marshall takes away another one. Up and in, Quan Marshall.
That's 7 steals right now.
What a whale of a basketball game he is having on the defensive side. Turns around, scores some points. 51-35. I mean, this man is, get this guy some Wheaties or something. He's going to be exhausted. He's doing it all right now for CCC as they go up back by 16 now. 15-35 to go. Quan Marshall single-handedly really putting them back up by this margin. ICC again just pestering Coffeyville at this point. ICC will bring the basketball up. They hand it off now to Durham. Durham to reset the offense. Now he looks to that left side. In the corner they go. Now they kick it out. That's Williams. Williams wants a deep shot, and it's from 3. They will say he was behind it, so he knocks that one down. 51-38 after the made tray. Here's Tevin Brewer now. Brewer looks right to Johnson, to Marshall. Back to Brewer, back to Johnson. The sophomore wants a 3. There it is. Finally this evening, Marvin Johnson knocks his first one down from deep, and I'll tell you what, if Coffeyville can start hitting those, this one's going to be ugly here pretty quickly. Here's Independence driving. That one goes up, and no good on the coast-to-coast drive. That one off of Durham is no good, but an offensive rebound and putback by the big man, Jabril Harris. And I'll tell you what, you're right. If there's one way to get ICC back into this one, it's continue to get those offensive rebounds and easy putback. Marshall wants a three. Quan Marshall with a hand in his face. Quan Marshall is on fire. Puts them up by 17, 57-30. 30-second timeout here by Coffeyville. And we'll be back here in 30 seconds as well. Quick step aside. Coffeyville up 17 on your home for Red Raven basketball. It's 98.1.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Simple Simon's Pizza in Coffeyville. Oh, yes, you'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzones, wings, breadsticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeyville favorite, the Simple Simon's Lunch Buffet. Simple Simon's makes it easy for you to dine in, carry out, or delivery. Simple Simon's Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeyville. Simple Simon's, simply delicious.
Out of the timeout, Coach Herkelman wanted a moment to speak with his guys more on the defensive side of things. You don't necessarily have to loop Marshall into this one, but certainly down low. They are allowing way too many offensive rebounds. Keon Queen, Manny Crump, they're just getting outstrength on that low block, and it's resulting in a lot of second-chance points for Independence, and they're taking advantage of it. Down by 17 is ICC. They'll bring it up. The Pirates with it. They gained it off to Edwards. Edwards looks left to Durham. Durham, nice little behind the back. No separation, though. Kicks it back to Williams. Williams drives, draws the foul. And Keon Queen was there to swat that one away, but the foul is actually going to come against Manny Crump. So Manny Crump called with another foul there on his drive to the floor. Actually, they are going to put it on Queen. I'm sorry, they misread the officials' hand signaling there, but it is on Queen, his second personal. That's the team's second in this half as well. The inbounds to Edwards. Almost another steal there for Marshall. Instead, Indy hangs onto it, kicks it to Torres. He wants a three, and he knocks it down. And Torres, from deep, puts that one right in the defender's face as well, 57-43. Coffeyville still in the lead. Here's Brewer now, up over center. Kicks it left to Quan Marshall. Marshall goes down low to the big man, Keon Queen. Driving, right hand, the floater, no good. Trying to get the rebound was Crump. He can't get it. And Johnson, though, disrupts it and will rip it right back for Coffeyville. Johnson now drives, kicks it to Brewer. Brewer's got nowhere, so he finds Johnson again beyond the three-point line. Johnson will drive, kicks it back to Brewer. What defense here by Independence, by the way. Here's Brewer driving, floater no good. Offensive rebound by Crump, that's no good either. And Independence unscathed after three attempts are missed there by CCC. Down the pass, trying to find Harris, and that pass is going to be tipped in out of bounds. No, it's saved. Keon Queen saves it. 3-on-2 opportunity. Brewer, Marshall for three. No, off the side of the rim. Quan Marshall couldn't get that one. What a play that would have been as Keon Queen dove into the student section of Independence there. Quan Marshall almost with another steal, but he gets called with a foul there. That would have been, I believe, number 7, maybe even 8 at this point on the night. Marshall gets called with his third personal foul, though, as that will exit him of the ballgame. Certainly a round of applause there for number 5. What a few minutes there by Quan Marshall, the sophomore, having himself a whale of a game here on sophomore night. Up by 14, that'll also bring out Keon Queen. A.J. Webster back into the ballgame in his place. So ICC to inbounds as Torres from his own baseline. 13-13 to go in the ballgame. 57-43, as I had mentioned. Torres now looking for anybody to inbounds. He will get it out to the big man, Harris. Harris finds a jumper in the corner. That one's no good, off of the hands of Durham, and Durham off of his basket. It will be tipped off of Harris's hands and out of bounds, so Coffeyville gets it right back. So now Manny Crump will inbound it to Tevin Brewer. Brewer's met by a almost full court man-to-man, but he shades off a little bit, but still right on him. There is Alex Torres. Brewer now to Crump. Crump hands it off to Johnson. Johnson now, what will he do with the basketball? Will he drive? Will he shoot? Drives, left side. Now he kicks to Webster. Webster to Jones. Jones finds Brewer, back to the sophomore Johnson. A great separation here by defensive players of ICC. Forced Johnson into a bad jump shot, and that one's no good. I'll tell you what, the closing time, CCC's looks like they have an open shot as this beautiful pass down low to Harris is up and in, and Jabril Harris has been effective. Cuts the lead now back just to 12 with 12:30 to go in this ball game. What a pesky Independence play that they have been tonight. They haven't held the lead in this entire second half, but man, they are just making this game a headache here for CCC. Marvin Johnson with it. He's defended closely, so he gets it off back to number 10. That's Jones. Anthony Jones drives right side, kicks to Brewer. Brewer now back up on top to Jones. Jones wants one from a mile away. No good from about 45 feet, though an offensive rebound by Webster. Webster's pass out to Brewer will restart the offense. And Brewer now on that far side sideline. Setting up the offense. Kicks it off to Johnson. Still right side corner. Now he drives into the paint. Little fadeaway jumper. Up and in. Wow. What a shot. 59-45. Full court pass up to Edwards. They get back in time, but Edwards pulls up for a jumper from 3. And that's too easy. 59-48. And if Edwards starts to get hot, look out. ICC could make a pretty good run. Driving. Jones draws the foul. Who will they give this one on? Is it against the big man? No, it's against the guard. Ricky Edwards called with a personal foul this evening. Both these teams keeping those two limited. That's the second for Edwards and just the second as a team for Independence in this entire second half. 3 for Coffeyville. Timeout taken on the far end. That's going to be Coach Tony Turnell, who's in his 6th year. He wants a moment to speak with his guys out on the court. 11:39 left in this ballgame. 59-48. Still a good one. Coffeyville has been in control, but ICC not out of it. Back at 30 seconds on 98.1.
When it comes to a time of loss, more folks around here trust and rely on the David W. Barnes Funeral Home. It could be because of their compassionate care. It could be because of their guaranteed superior service, or maybe because of their fair and honest prices, or just maybe for all of these reasons, more folks trust the David W. Barnes Funeral Home during a time of loss. The David W. Barnes Funeral Home at 306 North Klein in Coffeyville, an independent, family-owned business.
I can't even...
Coach Turner, in his 6th year, just got out of a timeout with his team of the Independence Community College Pirates. As he would like a moment to speak with his offense, who, by the way, is starting to kind of get on a run right now. 59-48, the lead has been cut to 11. And we'll have an inbounds play here for the Coffeyville Community College Red Ravens from their own baseline. Kevin Brewer finds Anthony Jones, and welcome back here on 98.1. As Jones will find Johnson. Johnson finds Webster in the paint. Little turnaround hook shot up and in, and Webster knocks it down. And back up by 13, 61-48. Coffeyville doing their best to keep Independence out of it, but ICC doing a better job of just pestering Coffeyville. Floater from 10 feet by Edwards, up and in, and it wrapped around the rim like 4 or 5 times and finally dropped. And with that, cuts the lead back down to 11, 61-50. Here's Jones on top of the key. Jones with it, back over to Johnson. Johnson now driving right side. He's got nowhere and called for the travel. Beautiful defense. I'll tell you what, Ricky Edwards, by the way, averages about 8, maybe 9 points per game. 10 points, actually, that he's now up to on the year. But I'm more impressed with his defensive ability tonight. The amount of open shots that what it seemed that Coffeyville had, he closes on it so quickly, and it doesn't allow them to either get off an uncontested shot or not even a shot at all. Great defense by ICC in these last few moments. 61-50 is our score. Here's Torres for the Pirates. He drives. Now he picks up his dribble and will hand it off to Williams. Williams with it at the elbow. He's guarded closely by Crump, and he gets called for the travel. Manny Crump pressured him into that one. And a good job there defensively. We'll give the basketball back to Coffeyville.
And right now, both teams are playing great defense, forcing careless turnovers. This game is turning into more of a grinded-out kind of defensive battle right now. Only down by 11. The Pirates have done a great job willing their way back into this game.
Coffeyville, a team that averages 90 points per game right now. Through 3 quarters of this one, they're only at 61. Manny Crump gets the pass. Now he fires it out to Brewer. Brewer from deep, and Tevin Brewer finds some success from beyond the 3-point line. Back up by 14, 10-15 to go, and that full court press is put on as this pass comes over here on the sideline. Now they'll get it down, and they get it to Edwards. He wants another 3. Edwards, no good, and down with the rebound is Webster. Webster gets it off to Casey Benton, and he'll slow things down. Smart move there to move it into more of a slow-paced approach on this drive. Benton, now to Crump. Down low to the big low block, the big man Webster. He has to get it back out to Benton. Benton wants one from 3, and he got that one. Casey Benton pulled up even with a player in his face, and now you can tell. I'll tell you what, Ricky Edwards and Casey Benton had some choice words to say between each other. So maybe some aggression starting to build between these two. And a steal and the timeout. Anthony Jones with the takeaway as he dove on the floor, gained possession, called the timeout. Coffeyville gets it back. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 9:38 to go left in this ball game. Timeout taken, 67-50. And they won't actually call it the media timeout. This will be considered just a full timeout against Coffeyville. So we'll take 60 seconds ourselves. Back in a minute on 98.1.
Everyone looks forward to a good meal. That's why we do dining differently at Windsor Place. We call it 7 to 7 dining. Residents can come to the dining room anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a home-cooked meal of their choice. 3 specials are available throughout the day, along with a full menu, including all-day breakfast. If residents need a treat between meals, they can visit our self-service snack pantries. Come see what makes Windsor Place different at mealtime. Call 620-252-4929.
Move forward. You can by becoming a part of the Acme Foundry team in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry has current openings for CNC machinists and entry-level foundry positions. Acme offers competitive wages, benefits including medical and dental, and a retirement plan through employee ownership. Acme moves careers forward by promoting from within. Find out more. Apply in person at Acme Foundry, 1502 South Spruce Street in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry, an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back on your home for Red Ravens basketball. It's 98.1 KUSN. Alongside Matt Dick, I'm Sam Speck on tonight's call of the Montgomery County Showdown. We find ourselves just about halfway through the second half. 9:38 to go. Coffeyville up by 17. Man, what a game that this has been. Just a frustrating game in terms of the offensive side of things, as both teams really struggling just to get their feet underneath them, but an admirable job tonight defensively by both sides. Quan Marshall having a whale of a game defensively. He's got himself at least 7 steals to this point. How many points that they've generated off of those steals, I don't even know, but the contribution that he's made just on the defensive side alone and the rest of the Red Ravens has been big. And then ICC keeping a team that normally scores 90 right now at 67. 9:30 to go. Here's Brewer. Kicks it to Benton in this near corner. Benton's got no room. Now he'll drive. Baseline, takes that one, and it's swatted away. Great defense by Edwards once again, and he'll win that battle. They'll get it up to Torres now for ICC, and it's stolen by Brewer. One turnover to the next. 3-on-1. Gets it to Benton. That's up and draws the foul. Casey Benton heading to the free throw line, and Tony Durham called with the personal foul.
And Tevin Brewer, like we mentioned at the beginning of this game, even though he's only 5'8", if that, he's one of the best defenders we have. He averages almost 2 steals a game, and right there you saw him closing on the passing lanes and just do a great job.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, well, we're in a media timeout. Don't know why they didn't combine the two just a moment ago, but media timeout it is. So we are just over halfway done with the second half of play. Coffeyville still up by 17, 67-50. Back in a moment here on your home for Red Raven basketball.
Industrial strength for your home? You can get it at 4 State Maintenance Supply in Coffeyville. The same quality products the big companies use are available for retail sale at 4 State Maintenance Supply. From cleaning chemicals to paper products, even upright vacuums. A lot better than you'd find at the big box stores. They can last up to 10 years or longer, and they cost a lot less than you'd think. Run your house like a business, getting more value for your money. Shop 4 State Maintenance Supply on North Klein in Coffeyville.
Hey Raven fans, coming into town for a game? Make it a great weekend. Reserve your room at Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, Coffeyville's premier home away from home. Enjoy plush, clean accommodations, a free continental breakfast, indoor pool, Wi-Fi, and superior staff and services. Ask about special AARP and military discounts. Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, a proud supporter of the Red Ravens.
Out of the media timeout, 9:14 until the end of regulation in this one. Coffeyville up by 17 on Montgomery County foes. Not even just district foes at this point, but a team that plays about 10, 11 miles up the road in Independence. It's the ICC Pirates and Coffeyville Community College Red Ravens. Casey Benton drew the foul before the media timeout, so he'll head to the free throw line for a pair of shots. Knocks down his first one there from the free throw line as Benton has done a good job here from the strike this evening. He was 6 of 6 in the first half and continues on with his tier here in the second. He's a 74% free throw shooter, so he's done a pretty good job making his contribution there. 69-50 after the 2 made free throws. Edwards at the half-court line for Indy. They break up that full-court press, not without a little bit of struggle there at least, so they do get it up over. Here's Barry. Barry now on the right side. He's guarded closely by Tevin Brewer. Barry now's got nowhere to go with it, so he go back up on top to Pollard. Pollard hands it off to Edwards. Edwards now driving. Free throw line. Now he has to stop. has to kick it off to his player, Pillard, down low, and Pillard gets called with the travel. What defense right now by Coffeyville, as well as Independence, but Coffeyville in the last couple of times have drawn fouls, couple of threes, and now they're back up by 19.
And that's a great job by Manny Crump to stay in front of the defender and make him make a decision. He made the wrong decision, of course, by traveling, but a great job. And right there, a travel call on him. It's the big men are having trouble traveling right now, Sam.
They are, and rebounding tonight as Independence dominating that rebounding ratio in terms of that. Turnovers, Coffeyville will take the cake on that one tonight easily, but the rebounding game, they're going to have to do quite a bit of work to get back in that ratio tonight. After that turnover, Independence gets it right back. 8.5 minutes to go. They go back down low to Pillard. Pillard pressured into a fadeaway. That's no good, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds off of Crump, and it will be Independence basketball. And again, it just looks like Coach Herkelman over here on this sideline is just unhappy with the ability to rebound today by Coffeyville. Is right there, as you saw, A.J. Webster and Manny Crump both kind of at least have a chance at that basketball before it went out of bounds, and they couldn't hang on to it. Maybe little butterfingers tonight by all of Coffeyville Community College down low on the low block. Inbounds now for ICC. Gets it to Edwards. Edwards a little give and go back to Berry, but Berry won't take that shot. He'll reset on top of the key. Back over to Durham. Durham on that left side. Now they go down to Pillard. He doesn't have anything, so he goes right back to Durham. Durham finds Edwards in the corner. He wants a three. Ricky Edwards heating up. I'll tell you what, he was dominant in game number 1 on this season, but that came in the first half. Now he's really heating up here in the second half of the second meeting this year. 69-53. They still got some ways to go, but time to do it. 7:55 to go, and here comes Coffeyville with Kevin Brewer. Brewer to Jones. Now down low to Queen. Queen up, no good. And Jabril Harris, great job getting the rebound and not drawing the foul. Full court pass to Pillard. Pillard to Edwards. Up, no good. And down on the rebound there is Kamani Dunham. That's what we want to see, is those defensive boards. Here's Brewer to Benton to Jones for three. And no, off the side of the rim. And Jones, the top percentage of a three-point shot in the KJCCC, misses that one right there. It's a 45% three-point shot. It's stolen away, though, so Jones comes away with that takeaway to Brewer. Up and in, and the foul, Kevin Brewer. That right there was just a lazy foul on Independence, as down low they had a man, Tyrese Berry, on the defense right there. He didn't make any effort, and in fact made some contact, and will send Kevin Brewer, an above 90% free throw shooter, to the line for a three-point play.
Yeah, 94%. That's just scorching the nets. And right now, Kevin Brewer, he's just one of those players that he shoots amazing from deep as well, 47%. And as well from the line. He gets to the line very consistently, too, because of his great handle and how he can get down low as he gets that one to go, of course.
And he gets a three-point play and another steal, but they're going to say a foul. Questionable there, and they're going to put it on Anthony Jones. Jones with a personal foul, as him and Casey Benton were pressuring a player into a double team over there. Jones came in to try and strip the basketball away, and instead they saw contact, is what they're going to say. So his first personal, that's the fourth against the team. Both teams keeping those numbers to a limited here in the second half, as Ricky Edwards will get it right in front of Anthony Jones beyond the three-point line. Now he makes his way towards the center part of the court. Thought about driving instead. Pulls up for three. Edwards and the foul. Ricky Edwards hits the three and will be heading for a 4-point play opportunity. How about that? If there's ever a way to get back into it, how about you just make 4 points every time?
Well, let's talk about Ricky Edwards in that first half. Held him to 5 points. He's probably up to over 15 right now, and he's just scorching the nets, doing a great job. And he looks like he may be the factor if Independence makes a run right here.
No doubt about. 72-57, so it's back down to 15. So it's not out of the realm yet, but Coffeyville needing to just work down this clock and continually just chip away and get baskets little by little. Obviously, Edwards with the hot hand for ICC, but you got to make something here. Jones wants a three in response, and he got it. And that's one way to do it. 75-57. After the made three, back up by 18. Full court press put on by the Red Ravens, broken up with one pass to Edwards up over half court. That one now will hand it off to Berry, and Berry will reset. Berry was looking for his man here on this right side, Redmond, but Redmond not there. So it stays with Berry. Berry guarded very closely by Brewer. Brewer just trying to get that steal. Can't get it, so they get it down low to Harris. Harris out to Redmond. Redmond thought about a 3, 20 off the shot clock, so there's now just 8 to shoot. Here's Edwards, guarded closely. Driving left hand off his foot, and it's taken away. What a battle And Brewer wins that one. Kicks it out to Jones. Behind the back pass to Benton, and can't make that three, but an offensive rebound by Tevin Brewer. And he takes that one high up the glass and in. I thought that no-look behind the back pass earlier was the top 10 play. Pat right there was something else. Coming in and calling on the foul right there. Behind the back, Casey Benton gets called for the reach-in. And with that reach-in foul, I believe that will be Casey Benton's third personal foul on this evening. That will make his way, I believe, to the sideline. And a timeout taken, actually. So everybody to the sideline. We'll take one ourselves. Full timeout taken there by Coach Turner on the other end. 60-second aside. Up by 20 is Coffeyville. Back in a moment here on 98.1.
Helping you move forward. That's what Coffeyville Community College does. Whether you want to increase your ability to advance at work, learning to earn a 2-year, or just want to expand your horizons, Coffeyville Community College can help. And CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting. Fast 8-week classes or even online classes. CCC can meet your needs your way. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
A celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play, and you can trust Gillum Liquor to back it up with an endless cooler filled with your favorite pick of ice-cold beer, or choose something from the vast wine selection to help you relax and wind down after an exhilarating CCC game. Whatever your pleasure, Gillum Liquor is always in for the win. Gillum Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Out of the timeout, Independence down by 20 as their coach, Tony Turner, wanted a moment to talk with their team. Certainly probably trying to keep that hot hand out there in Ricky Edwards, who's been knocking him down basically from anywhere on the floor. They're also trying to get at least somebody else going, and actually they're going to have Edwards on the sideline here getting some rest, but I'm sure we'll have him in there for the final few minutes of this ball game. Five on the floor for Coffeyville. It's Tevin Brewer, Quan Marshall, Casey Benton, Keon Queen, and Kamani Dunham are your five on the floor. So here's Torres, the inbounds for ICC. They'll start with 5:45 to go in this ball game. Down by 20, they give it to Pollard. Pollard to Redmond. He wants a three. The lefty from deep, and he knocks it down with Quan Marshall in his face. Didn't matter. Great shot right there. Cuts the lead back to 77 to 60 rather, as Tevin Brewer will bring this back up. Now to Queen. Queen straight away at the free throw line. Dumps it off to Marshall. Marshall to Benton. Nice dribbling move, but gets called for the travel. And actually, it was not a dribbling move, I should say, as he gets called for the carry and the travel right there. So with that turnover, it gives it right back to ICC. 5:22 to go after that, and it looks like Coach Herkelman trying to speak over with his guys. That, unfortunately, tonight has been one of handful dribbling infractions. As ICC now will swing it around. They get it up to Pollard on top to Torres. Torres now drives. To the elbow he goes. They get it back to Pollard. Pollard kicks outside. He finds his man. That's Purdy. Purdy's got nowhere to go with it, so he finds Redmond. Redmond back down low to Pollard. Pollard, pull away, jumper, the fadeaway. And, man, he's almost undefendable with shots like that. 77 to 62, back to 15-point separation, under 5 to play. Tevin Brewer up on that. But, man, what a fadeaway jump shot that guy's got.
Yeah, exactly. And, there's a reason why he shoots 56% from the field, as Dunham doesn't get it to go, but gets his offensive rebound, gets the other one. Trying to find someone open.
And they'll just reset up top. Man, what a strong play by Dunham. Now he finds Benton outside, and finally, after two missed opportunities, ICC comes away with a 2-on-2 opportunity, but they'll slow it down. But, yeah, just money with that fadeaway. Now he wants from deep. That's no good this time off of the hands of Pollard, and off of the miss, CCC comes away with it. Down is Tevin Brewer driving, now kicking. Benton drives towards the baseline, and that's no good. Looking for some kind of foul. Even Coach Herkelman not happy with the no contact call right there. And now they'll swing it from point to point. Here's Redmond. Redmond on this near side. Still be on the three-point line. Now they go to the free throw line, and it's stolen away. 3-on-1 opportunity. Keon Queen with the basketball. Goes up, draws the foul, does not get the bucket. But he'll be heading to the free throw line for a couple of shots here.
And Keon Queen is a very energetic player, to say the least. He likes to mouth a lot of the times, but he's done a great job cutting down on that. He did have a double technical, like you said, against Butler, and he's had one during this game, but he had a lot more in that first year. He's kind of matured, whatever he does next after this, I'm assuming he's going to play basketball. He's a great basketball player. Let's see if every year he just continues to get more mature, and he could definitely get some nods from some good D1 schools.
No doubt about.
He's a very good player as he gets both of those to go. He just needs to focus on what matters. Instead of just talking after every fadeaway shot, how about you just go back and make more fadeaway shots?
Yeah, to get another steal and rub it in their face a little bit more. With both shots knocked down, 79-62, and that pass goes wide of everybody, and Independence gives it up on the turnover. So now up by 17, back with the basketball. Here comes Coffeyville. Matt, you made a comment there. I was only here for 5-6 games last year, and I think every game Keon Queen fouled out of with at least 5 or 6 minutes left. If not, then he wasn't playing for the final few moments. But, yeah, he had a serious, I wouldn't say attitude, more of a temper issue as Manny Crump will drive. As he drives, he has that one swatted away, so shot clock stays at 19 seconds, and they'll reset from the baseline here. But, yeah, just an attitude. You know, when he didn't get a foul call in his favor, when he didn't get a shot that he liked, when he didn't get a fadeaway to fall, he would get physically, I mean, you could visibly see that he was affected by it. This year, just night and day. What a change that he has made. Marshall drives, and as Marshall drives, he draws the foul there on this near side. That foul coming against Daryl Purdy. And Purdy called on that one there. That'll be his first personal foul. 6th against the team of Independence, and they're one away from putting Coffeyville into the bonus. But, yeah, last year, what a drastic improvement by Keon.
And just right now, the momentum is kind of staying stagnant. Neither team's really doing a lot. I mean, of course, Coffeyville has the big lead, but Edwards, if they get Edwards back in, he can make a run of his own. As you saw, a 4-point play he made. He has just been scorching the nets, but Coffeyville's been doing a good job really cutting down on everyone else as Webster gets another jumper to go. Like we mentioned time and time again this year, just a great mid-range shooter.
No doubt about that one from 25 feet on the baseline. He made it look easy. Up to 81 points now. Now, regardless, Coffeyville is well on their way to their average points per game, but, man, what a struggle it was to get to that 90 points if they get there. 81 is where they're at now. Stolen away. Tevin Brewer, A.J. Webster combined on the steal. Now they'll find Quan Marshall, and he'll slow it down, methodically just wanting to work these last 3 minutes. 2:45 to go, 81-62. Marshall with the basketball. Marshall now driving towards the center part, driving down low into the paint. He goes, and it's swatted away. That time it's Pollard on the block. Pollock. Pollock comes away with a block, and that one now ICC will bring it back down. Here's Purdy driving. Purdy floater from 10 feet, knocks it in. And an easy two-pointer there, 81-64. 2:24, Marshall and Brewer will slow it down once again as they are just methodically wishing this sophomore night into a victory, and they will do it tonight. Again, great play. It didn't come without troubles on the offensive side a couple of times. It's down low from ICC. That one's going to be against Derek Redmond. And Derek Redmond called for the foul. That's their 7th team foul. And Casey Benton on his way out. That'll bring in sophomore Zedrick Lee. Always got to love to see the sophomores getting some time to play, especially on sophomore night. But Zed Lee always goes out there. I always love how they try and give him the basketball and at least get him on the points. He's got a good shot. I'll tell you that, he's just, in comparison to the other guys on this roster, he spends more time on the bench as a bench player, but just as important of a player as anybody else out there. I think he's a good spirit game as well. Having him on the bench just lifts everybody up. As Quan Marshall hit his first one there, no good. On the second try, though, Manny Crump gets an offensive rebound. And CCC hangs on to it now. 2:05 to go in this ball game. And Tevin Brewer can knock off another 20 seconds here if they just wait out the shot clock. Brewer now drives, kicks, Crump for 3. That's up and no good. And down with the rebound is Independence, and A.J. Webster gets called with the over-the-back foul. Trying to get another offensive board there for CCC. But with that foul, that moves Coffeyville to 7 and Independence into the bonus. As now that'll be Webster's second foul. That will put number 13 for Independence. That's Kevin Charles heading to the free throw line, the 6'8" freshman out of New Orleans. As he will find his way for a 1-and-1 rather, as that came not off the shot, but in the bonus. We'll see a 1-and-1 attempt coming up here for ICC. So, again, it did a great job through the majority of this second half, keeping those fouls down. Now just getting into the bonus as the first shot up is knocked down that time. As on the year, Charles is a 42% free throw shooter, but he made that one look easy as he'll try and make it 2 of 2 this time at a 16-point lead, but a lane violation down low. They're going to say, I believe he was the one that crossed the line a little bit too quickly. or Sean Pollock. So Sean Pollock called with a line violation right there. And they will give it back to Coffeyville before that shot even have a chance to fall. 82-65 with 1:50 to go left here in this ball game. Brewer now with it, and they'll slow it down. And again, you can just kind of see the team looking over to the sidelines. And Coach Herkelman, most of the time, is just sitting there on the gas pedal. Tonight, he's just methodically waiting out these final 2 minutes. Gets it to Zed Lee now in this corner. Zed Lee has that one taken away from him. Nice steal as here's Jawan Edwards. Jawan Edwards now will throw it around, finds Redmond for ICC. Redmond into the corner they go. They have an open shot. Charles for three. No good. Offensive rebound from Edwards. And Edwards will kick it back out himself. And that's, again, Dewan Edwards, not Ricky Edwards. He kicks it over to a teammate. Purdy for three. No good. Another offensive rebound, and that one gets to fall and the foul. And Sean Pollock that time got an offensive board. Got the layup and the foul right there. I almost don't want to look at the stat sheet after this game of how many defensive boards they have and then how many points that turned into. Certainly something that we'll hit on in the postgame as well. Stick around with us. We'll break down game number 2 here. The women got beat in game number 1 against ICC Lady Pirates as they got beat 62-44. The three-point play is up and in. Makes that one look easy. 82-68. The score is now 65 seconds to go. So really the comeback appreciated, but kind of seems out of the realm of possibilities at this point as Tevin Brewer now will bring the basketball up. Shades off to the right side. Does some fancy dribbling, but now he has to get it back up on top. Pass to Crump. Now to Marshall here right in front of us. Now to Webster. Thought about a three. Instead they get it over to Zedrick Lee. Zed Lee needs some points tonight. You can tell that bench wanting it. Zed Lee behind the back. Drives up, no good. And a good attempt there, but it comes away empty-handed. Here's ICC coming down. Redmond wants a three. The lefty knocks it down. And just like that, they're only down by 11. Is it too late, though? 34 seconds to go. 28 on the shot clock, so they could get it down to just 4 seconds. And it doesn't look like ICC would like to foul. That is probably going to do it here on Jay Herkelman Court at Nellis Hall. Coffeyville winners of their last 14 games, and they finish here at home at 15-0. They finished 15-0 here on Jay Herkelman Court, and what a deserving team to do so as well. Here's Brewer, step back, pull up. Pull up, that's no good. And down with a rebound is Independence. Independence now will come away with it. And that is going to do it here from Nellis Hall on Jay Herkelman Court. ICC, CCC ends in a good one, 82-71. Coffeyville controlled that second half basically from start to finish, but a pestering ICC team. I'll tell you what, Independence Community College just stayed with them the entire time. They challenged it. In fact, I don't think they were really ever out of that game in general, though Coffeyville that just goes to show their sheer magnitude of skill on the team. Even on an off night, they get the win against Independence Community College this evening, 82-71. They get the win here at home. We're taking a step aside when we come back. I'll be on the sidelines here with head coach Jay Herkelman for the final time this season, as it is the final home game here on 98.1 KUSN. Coffeyville moves to 26-2. We'll be back here in just a minute with the coach's interview on 98.1.
Hey, y'all, folks, this is Bull Ass Montana here with Lay's Archery Guns. I'm here with the gang, Derringer, Denise, and Alamosa Amy. Tell them girls what we got.
We've got guns, we've got bows, and we've got knives.
Don't forget accessories and camo clothing so the animals don't see you.
That's right, ladies. Don't forget we're located at 3940 County Road 1250. We're just 2.25 miles south of Deering Y on 3900, and take a left on 1250 Road, a half mile, and we're just east on the right. Lay's Archery Guns at 620-251-0040. Tell them Bull sent you.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to take care of my banking and the internet's down.
So what's the problem? Just give Dana a call at Community State Bank and she'll take care of it in person.
I don't bank at Community State Bank. It's an online bank. My bank's not just down the street. It's in... Well, I'm not really sure where it's at.
Wow, I wouldn't bank anywhere but Community State Bank. They have great online and mobile banking services, so I still do most of my banking online. But when I need it, it's sure great to talk to somebody I know face to face.
Hi, this is Dana from Community State Bank. We offer all the convenience along with the services you want and need, and even throw in a friendly face to help you personally when you need it. Community State Bank, Coffeyville's only locally owned and operated bank.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Simple Simon's Pizza in Coffeyville. Oh, yes, you'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzones, wings, breadsticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeyville favorite, the Simple Simon's Lunch Buffet. Simple Simon's makes it easy for you to dine in, carry out, or delivery. Simple Simon's Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeyville. Simple Simon's, simply delicious.
When it comes to a time of loss, more folks around here trust and rely on the David W. Barnes Funeral Home. It could be because of their compassionate care. It could be because of their guaranteed superior service, or maybe because of their fair and honest prices, or just maybe for all of these reasons, more folks trust the David W. Barnes Funeral Home during a time of loss. The David W. Barnes Funeral Home at 306 North Klein in Coffeyville, an independent, family-owned business.
And we wrap it up here from Jay Herkelman Court at Nellis Hall. I'm Sam Speck. Glad to have you with us on your home for Red Raven basketball. It is 98.1 KUSN, an 11-point win tonight, as it was just kind of a battle. It really was back and forth between ICC and CCC. Both of these teams had really shines of offensive areas. But tonight's, for me, in my opinion, man, the defense was what a standout play. I'll tell you what, there was a lot of areas where the offense just allowed ICC to kind of get back. Lots of turnovers, a lack of rebounding. We'll get to that in just a moment as well. But, man, what do you got to say about that defense, especially Quan Marshall, 7 steals himself and 21 as a team?
Yeah, I mean, Quan, he frustrates the heck out of whoever he's playing against. I mean, he just he can really defend, moves his feet. Tevin's the same way. Casey can do it. Yeah, when we're locked in defensively, hard to score against, but we had some breakdowns there in the second half when we got the lead and let them get some clean looks. But for the most part, the guys do guard pretty good, and Quan, they just kind of feed off of his energy out there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, there was a lot of times tonight because as a team shooting, 40% from the floor, obviously a little under par from 3 tonight. You took quite a few shots from 3 this evening, as I could kind of tell the team really was wanting to get hot. But what was concerning was the rebounding. It didn't seem like it was really there this evening. The size advantage is pretty even between these two teams, but Independence kind of dominated that area tonight.
Yeah, it's been a concern the last 3 games, actually. We haven't rebounded the ball like we were earlier. We against Cloud, we got out rebounded by them. Then the other night at Allen, same deal. I mean, we won by double figures each one of them, but earlier in the year, let's say even 4, 5, 6 games ago, we were really rebounding the ball well. And part second half, not having Mikkel out there, he hurt his wrist and he couldn't go. And he really rebounds the ball well for us. But it's got to be a point of emphasis, over the next couple weeks, getting ready for the region tournament. That's for sure.
Yeah, and it seemed like it was bothering him. Was it kind of a strain from Mikkel? Is it something that we can kind of expect?
Well, when he went down at the basket down there, when he got fouled, he jammed it. Our trainer thinks it's jam. I hope that's all it is.
Certainly, cross our fingers.
He's a pretty important guy to us.
No doubt about. Well, hey, you finished 15-0 here on the home court, but we got 2 games left in the season until you finish this as a 2-loss team. We got Neosho County coming up this weekend, and then a very tough Butler team, which gave you guys a pretty good contest here at home. What's the main point of focus for this team? Is it that rebounding area, or where's it going? Because it's obviously Butler and Neosho, 2 teams you beat this season, and 2 terms certainly on paper that you deserve to beat by 15, 20 points. But that's not always the case right there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little busy right now.
Casey Benton coming in, trying to get on the radio there. But real quick, before we lose you here, as I know you're trying to get out.
No, what I was going to say is what we got to focus on the next 2 weeks is just the fundamentals, taking care of the ball better. We're turning the ball over too much, getting back to rebounding the ball better, and also making our free throws. Some of the guys make them, but a lot of guys aren't nearly as good at the line as they need to be. So just getting back to some fundamental stuff.
Well, Coach, again, congratulations. 15-0 here on the home court, 25-2 here on the year. As you guys continue your dominant run,
26.
Actually 26-2, actually I make that mistake. Continue your dominant run. 2 road games to finish off the year, and man, I expect this team to make a pretty deep run again up in Park City, and maybe even on the national level, and bring another one back here to Coffeyville. So, Coach, good luck on the road, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, that's Coach Jay Herkelman here joining us on the sidelines. We'll wrap it up here. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Matt, Dick, and I will finish things off here on 98.1 KUSF.
Everyone looks forward to a good meal. That's why we do dining differently at Windsor Place. We call it 7 to 7 dining. Residents can come to the dining room anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a home-cooked meal of their choice. 3 specials are available throughout the day, along with a full menu, including all-day